Hello, everybody. I hope that you guys are doing well and excited about fall coming around the corner. This triple digit heat has finally come and gone. So I'm excited for fall. I'm ready to pull out my sweaters and my fall scents and candles, blankets. I love fall, so I'm looking forward to it. But let's get into it. So, last week, in case y'all didn't see, last week I dropped 3 new videos, and so then on earlier this week on Facebook I posted that my next video was going to be about townhomes. So that's what this is tonight. If you haven't had a chance, go back and when you get some time, watch those videos, get that information as time permits. But we're gonna focus on townhomes tonight. Some of you know, some of you may not know that along with being a realtor, I am also a property adjuster for a large insurance firm. I specifically chose to, in insurance, there's so many different types of insurance. I specifically chose to work with property insurance because I am a realtor, and I know what I know as a realtor can help me with property claims. What I learned as as an insurance adjuster, I can use that in real estate. So that kind of sets me apart from your average realtor. I am not your average realtor because of the knowledge that I have, the experience, the certifications, and everything that I have to help you find the best home. I don't sleep well when I know that I just sold somebody a house real quick just to get them in the house and be done with them, get my check and go. I don't do real estate that way. I really take my time to learn the market, and I'm able to choose a home for you so quickly because I'm already researching the market before you even call me. So I already know what's out there. I know how to choose a good home and a good builder because of the years of experience I have in real estate, and plus now it's on another level now that I have insurance knowledge under my belt. Property insurance. I've seen some things with filing these with adjusting these claims that will just blow your mind. Like, I could literally sit here and do an 8-hour class on homeowners insurance. Oh Lord, I see a lot every day. So my goal is to try to keep you all out of that. I don't want you to have to file no claims. I don't want to sell you a house where as soon as you move in, 3 months later, you got to file a claim. So if you ask me to be a realtor and help you find a home, please let me help you find a home, because there's so many different things that I'm looking for in a home for you. Not just the number of bedrooms, not just the location. There's so many other things to consider. And I don't want to do a complete brain dump on you. So I may not tell you everything that I'm looking for, but trust me, I'm going to ask you the couple things that matter to you, the number of bedrooms and location and that. But along with that, there's so many other things that I am considering when I'm looking for a house for you. So sometimes I'll send you some listings, and then you'll find something on Zillow and send it to me. Like, oh, what about this one? Well, yeah, I saw that one, but it was a reason I didn't send it to you. So with all of the knowledge that I have, you're getting a 2 for 1 with me, 3, 4 for 1. Because I do a lot for my clients. So please, I just ask that you respect me as a professional and allow me to do my job if you ask me to help you find a house, because I'm going to do that. And I'm going to do it in a way that other realtors don't do it. So, off my soapbox. When it comes to townhomes, first of all, I hear a lot of buyers or aspiring buyers that are afraid to purchase a townhome, or think that, oh, I could never live in a townhome. I can't see myself being attached to anybody else. When people think townhome, they think back in the day, especially in the projects, the way townhomes were built, no privacy. All the front doors right next to each other. Um, the walls are paper thin. You hear every sound, every sneeze, every cough, and every other stuff that you don't want to hear from your neighbors, the kids, the dogs, and you know, nighttime, things that happen at night, and you know, you hear everything. That's how it was. It was like that back in the day. But with technology today and um, you know, everything has just evolved so much. Construction and design, development, everything has um, evolved and improved. So living in a townhome that was built in 2023 is not like living in a townhome that was built in 1999. I guarantee you, day and night. What you want to do when you go looking for a townhome, and what I'm looking for is, do each unit has its own four walls? To take that even up one more, is there a firewall in between each unit? To the average buyer, when you go looking at townhomes from the outside, you see these 2, 3, or 4 units, all attached in one building. That's what it looks like to you. So it looks like all these people are sharing walls. All these people gonna hear each other noise. But the way newer townhomes are built, outside, yes, they do appear to be attached, but inside, um, each unit has its own four walls. So, and you have to see this from construction, from the time that it's being built. You'll see it. So that's the advantage to buying a brand new townhome, because you can watch it build. As they're building it, before they put up the walls, the drywall, you can see the framing. After when they get the framing up, you can see the separation in between where your four walls are where your wall is gonna be, and where your neighbor's wall is gonna be. You'll see that they're not touching. There's two separate walls. There's a big gap in between each one, and that's how they're built inside. And you can't see that once it's all finished and painted and everything. You walk in, you'll never know. You can't see it. So that's why I say stick with newer townhomes, because you'll know the builder is still there. The sales office is still there. There's people still present that can tell you how that home was built. If you buy a townhome that was built 20 years ago, you don't know how it was built. There's nobody there to tell you, oh yeah, it's got the firewall. Oh yeah, you got your own four walls. There's nobody to tell you that. But if you buy a newer townhome, I can guarantee you townhomes that were built within the past 5 years by the bigger builders did build those townhomes that way. Now, some builders will build them with just a gap in between your wall and their wall. And then there's some other builders that's going to take it up a notch and literally put a firewall in between your wall and their wall. So when you have that gap in between your walls separating you and your neighbors, just when it's just an open gap, that guarantees you 2 hours of fire safety. So if your next door neighbor's unit catches fire, having that gap in between the walls, gives you 2 hours of protection. It'll take 2 hours from that fire to spread from their unit into yours. Now, if you take it up a notch and you purchase a townhome that literally has the firewall built in between the two units, that gives you 4 hours of protection. So yes, those townhomes are going to cost more money because they're built with more safety and more privacy, because having that firewall also blocks out more noise. Like you literally won't hear anything at all from your neighbors. So that's the biggest, most important thing to know about townhomes. They are completely safe to buy when you're buying a newer townhome because of that separation inside the walls that you cannot see. Okay, so I mean, I read a lot. Even when I'm scrolling on social media, I'm looking at ads for new townhome communities that are being built, and I look through the comments because I just want to see what people are saying. And yes, comments like, oh, I could never see myself in a townhome. I don't want to be attached to nobody else. Oh my gosh, that's so unsafe. Oh, there's no privacy. People literally still think that because they just don't know. And that's why I'm here to tell you things that you don't know, and make you feel more comfortable about, purchasing a townhome. As long as it has that firewall or that gap, each unit has its own four walls, it's good. You're gonna be fine. You're not gonna hear your neighbors. Their house is not gonna, a fire in their home is not gonna affect your home. um Mold. I had a claim like this. So I have an insured that was, he lives up in Maryland. He's been in this townhome for 17 years. 17 years ago, they were not building townhomes the way they are today. They were building townhomes with that one shared wall. His living room wall is shared with the neighbor's living room wall. So there's one set of framing in between in between their two units. So they're sharing the framing. His next door neighbor, that was his second home. That was a vacation home. He was away. Nobody was there. The hot water heater burst and water got everywhere. Nobody's there, so nobody knows. What happens when water sits in dark places for a long time? You grow mold. So mold grew and grew and grew as that water just sat and sat. Nobody knew. It wasn't until my insurance said that he had moved his TV, slid his TV up so that he can clean. He was cleaning up, and he saw his wood floors had warped up, and he was like, "Why are my floors warping?" Then he started getting a closer look at the wall, all the way down below near the floor, and he saw mold. So he's trying to figure out, what did I do? Why do I have mold? Why did it get wet? Not knowing that it was the next door neighbor's problem. So he called us. We sent our people out, and they had to cut the wall open to see what's going on in there. Why is there mold? And sure enough, it was disgusting. It was full of mold, full of water. The odor was just so bad. I had to move him out of his apartment, and out of his townhome, and put him in a hotel for 2 weeks while we do mold remediation. But that claim turned into like a 2.5 month process because he shared walls with that neighbor. We needed that neighbor to cooperate, and they both have to cooperate and resolve this mold issue. We can't just clean the mold from my insurance side and then patch it back up with drywall, because on the neighbor's side, all of his mold is still there. The water is still there. That's his problem. So that neighbor was responsible for helping clean up that mess so that we can close up our side, put the drywall back up, and paint. But we can't do that until he cleans up his mess. So this just went to be a long, drawn out process. So that's the problem with buying older townhomes that share walls. You don't want to do it. So if we're shopping for townhomes, that is one of the first questions I'm going to ask the builder. Does this unit has its own four walls? I don't want to sell anybody anything that shares walls, because I already know the problems you can have and how much money it costs, and how big of a headache it's going to be, and you're going to be displaced, and it's just a mess. So you don't want that. Allow me to help you find the right house for you. I'm keeping a whole lot more in mind than just a cute place. Okay. Now those are the most important things to know about buying townhomes. Now, some of the reasons to buy townhomes: some people stay in apartments because they like to feel close to their neighbors. They like that sense of community, and they like the low maintenance. You get all that in a townhome. So while you're not right on top of somebody in a townhome, you're still close enough to them, but you still have your own privacy. So coming from an apartment, if you don't feel like you're ready for a single family home, if it seems like it's too much for you, townhome would be a great option for you. Just pick the right townhome, not one that's gonna give you headaches and cost you a lot of money. Townhome would be great options. Now, one of the cons to townhomes is the HOA. So yes, HOA is going to be higher on a townhome or condo because when you purchase a home, you have to have homeowners insurance. In a single family home, your homeowners insurance covers your whole house, your roof, everything, outside, inside. When you purchase a townhome, your homeowners insurance only covers your interior, the structure of your interior. HOA has their own insurance, and they're protecting the exterior. So they're responsible for your roof. They're responsible for the exterior of the building. Because you're sharing this building with somebody else, they can't make you insure the building. You only have to insure the interior. They insure the exterior. So when it's time to replace that roof or repair that roof, that's on HOA, not you. So while the HOA is higher, the homeowner's insurance is going to be lower because your homeowner's insurance policy is not covering the entire dwelling. That's what we call it. It's only covering the interior. So yeah, your HOA is going to be a little higher because they have insurance on the exterior of your home. Another reason why HOAs are higher on townhomes is because maintenance. Townhomes gives you a low maintenance lifestyle. You don't have to maintain, in most communities, they maintain the front yard. You are responsible for your backyard. So that's another misconception people have about townhomes. They feel like, oh, I need a yard. Sometimes you have a little dog, you want to let your dog out. So the townhomes that they're building now, they have yards, and private yards at that. They're all fenced in, so you have your own backyard. But yes, you are responsible for maintaining your own backyards. Now, like some higher end townhomes, they may maintain your backyard too, but that HOA is gonna kick your butt. It's gonna be a lot higher. But for the most part, they maintain the front because they want the community to look nice. So they're gonna maintain it. You just gotta pay for it. So it's a lower maintenance lifestyle for you. You don't have to worry about getting out there with a lawnmower every week. They maintain the common grounds, areas of the community that's not directly in front of someone's home. They maintain all of that. If you have a pool, they maintain your pool. So yes, HOA is going to be a little bit higher on a townhome because of the low maintenance lifestyle that you're getting. It's also great for people that travel a lot, because if you're away from your home for weeks or months at a time, you're not there to maintain your yard. You don't have to worry about getting those nasty letters from HOA in the mail because they're maintaining it for you. So that's also another great option when you're thinking about investment properties. Normally, if you're renting out a place, you worried about the tenants. Oh Lord, I hope they're taking care of their yard. I don't want no letters from HOA. When it's a place like a townhome or a condo, HOA is maintaining the grounds. So you don't have to worry about that. Construction on newer townhomes. That privacy factor, along with having your own four walls and you're not having to hear your neighbors or worrying about their house catching on fire and burning down yours. It's the construction of it. So back in the day, yeah, the doors used to be right next door to each other, so you got to see your neighbor every time y'all coming in and out. The way that they're building them now is not like that. One, they have garages. So if you pay attention, you'll notice that you have unit A and unit B. Unit A's front door is over here. Then you have your garage, and then unit B's garage is right next to yours, and their front door is on that side. So you got all this space in between you and your neighbor. Y'all can come and go without having to make weird eye contact all the time. Y'all have your own private entrances. So that's another thing to pay attention to when you're thinking about privacy and not having privacy in a townhome. Just look at how they're built and you'll see. So those are a few things to share that I wanted to share about townhomes, just to keep this short. I'm already 20 minutes in, so I don't know how short that is, but there's so much more that I could say, but maybe I'll do a series. But those are the biggest things. Those are the most important things. So I don't want you to count townhomes out because of the privacy factor or worrying about being attached to somebody else. Now you know. Now you know. And that's why I like new townhomes, because you know that they're built with 4 walls in each unit. When you building it from the ground up, you can go by during the construction phase when it's building. You can stop by anytime and you can, take a look around and see how your home is being built before you move in, before they put the drywall up. I do that a lot. I walk new construction a lot before it's finished. So I get to see how homes are built, what it looks like behind the walls. So you have that option. If you're building a townhome, you have that option to go by and walk the property and, see it at different phases of construction before it's finished. So that's all I'm going to share right now. If anybody has any questions, please feel free to ask. Please feel free to reach out. I consider myself to be down to earth. I answer my own phone. I don't have a secretary or no assistant. So if you call or text me, I'm going to be the one answering. So please feel free to reach out if you have any questions, or, if you want to have a one-on-one, or if you're ready to shop, you're ready to get pre-approved and you want to shop, let's go. Let's do it. So anyway, I hope y'all found this information helpful, and I hope you do not shy away from townhomes because of what you thought. So anyway, I'm gonna let y'all go. I hope you enjoyed it. Please like, share. I want to see my subscribers grow, and it's not because I want to be popular. I just want to know that people are getting this information. That's it. So thank y'all for continuing to support. I appreciate you, and I hope to see y'all soon. I don't know what the next one is going to be about, but I'll post it on Facebook when I come up with something. All right, have a good one. Take care.